Social Security Act.
Bruh.
So I mean, he's raising money in Social Security by $600 million.
Yes.
He raised Social Security by $600 million in the CR bill.
I'm reading this exactly from the bill here. Section 1898 B1. For anybody who wants to go check for reference, we'll probably pull it up for you guys in just a second. But yes, 1.8 bill for Social Security. So for anybody that's saying he's striking or removing Social Security, our grandparents and parents ain't gonna have no fun when they retire. Yeah, shut the hell up.
Man,
Got the cap.
And what page is this too? Oh, this page 95 of the
Page
95 of the CR bill. Go look it up.
It'll take us 20 minutes to find it. Some of y'all just lazy.
Bro, lazy as hell.
Bro, what the fuck?
Bro, I just Googled it, brought up the document, like, all right, let me look through this.
Bro, bro, look through this too. Make sure I'm not tripping.
Bro, because I was reading, I'm like, I gotta be tripping. Because ain't no way they're adding money to this, but y'all saying they're cutting it.
That's crazy.
They're adding $600 million to Social Security, and y'all talking about cutting.
Bruh.
Yeah, we gotta get that pulled up because I know some people think we are making it up, pulling at our ass.
I got you, but let's talk about these Houthis real quick.
The White House for us with the latest on those
video,
strikes.
guys. Double tap
Lucas.
that screen.
John, these are the most significant airstrikes since President Trump returned to the White House, and the first time U.S. jets have struck these Iranian-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen since President Trump returned to the White House. U.S. officials say F-18 Super Hornets from the flight deck of the USS Harry S. Truman were the vanguard of the strikes, along with Air Force fighter jets and drones. President Trump announcing the strikes just a few minutes ago on his Truth Social, saying, quote, Joe, today I have ordered the United States military to launch decisive and powerful military action against the Houthi terrorists in Yemen. They have waged an unrelenting campaign of piracy, violence, and terrorism against American and other ships, aircraft, and drones. Joe Biden's response was pathetically weak, so the unrestrained Houthis just kept going. And John recalls, just days after taking office, one of President Trump's first executive orders was redesignating the Houthis a foreign terrorist organization after the Biden administration removed them. The State Department made it official earlier this month, marking Houthi leaders ripe for assassination. The targets in today's strikes include air defense systems and missile and drone factories, and also include a strike against one of the Houthis' top missile officers. The Houthis are backed by Iran. Many consider them modern-day Barbary pirates. Since the October 7th massacre, they have launched over 100 attacks against commercial shipping. U.S. warships also came into the crosshairs of the Houthis dozens of times in recent years. The Houthis launched anti-ship ballistic missiles and crewed drones at the American warships. None were successful and all were shot down. And just a few days ago, Houthis leader said attacks would resume against shipping in the Red Sea, and including Israeli ships. Now, General Kurilla, the head of U.S. forces in the Middle East, has been itching to launch these strikes to reopen those vital shipping lanes and destroy Iran's proxy force in Yemen. Kurilla ordered Truman, the U.S. Navy aircraft carrier, back to the Red Sea late last month to be prepared to launch these strikes. And those Super Hornets, as you can see there. Now, last month, the Houthis launched surface-to-air missiles at an Air Force F-16 orbiting overhead, as well as an American Reaper drone. And, John, it's not just in Yemen where U.S. forces have been engaged. Last night, President Trump announced the #2 leader in ISIS had been killed in an American drone strike. We have some video footage, as you can see there. That happened in western Iraq yesterday. And, John, these airstrikes against the Iranian-backed Houthi rebels were meant to send a message to Tehran as well to stop their support of the Houthi rebels. Of course, that's where these missiles and drones that the Houthis fire at commercial ships and U.S. warships come from. I'll also read a little more from President Trump's lengthy statement on Truth Social. He had a message to the Houthis. It says, quote, your time is up and your attacks must stop starting today. If they don't, hell will rain down upon you like never before. And to Iran, support for the Houthi terrorists must end immediately. And President Trump said he won't be nice about it.
That's what I'm saying. He's like, bro, I like I said, he's putting his foot on the neck of the Middle East right now. I'm like, yo. I mean, like I said, but like, bro, what did Netanyahu whisper in his ear? He's like, yeah, the Houthis are next.
Bruh.
Like, but I thought we were going after Hamas and Hezbollah. Nah, we need these two. Like, okay, all right.
John.
You're a Navy veteran, Lucas. I know that during the Biden administration, the Navy said it was basically more engaged in seaborne operations than at any time.
All right, guys, let's get straight to it, guys. All right, so
a lot of y'all thought we was capping. I know y'all do.
All right, so let me show you exactly where I got it from. Congressgov.org. I mean, my bad, but congress.gov. Shout out. Let you know that we're looking at the right thing here.
Let's do it.
All right, so let's go straight to the text. And here we go. This is the Section 2210 Medicare Improvement Fund. Wow. Oh, you're right. All right. So go ahead and knock that out for me one more time.
So actually, it's better for me. So Section 1898B 1, for reference again, if you guys want to look this up for yourself, of the Social Security Act 42 USC 1395 is amended by striking 1.251, that is 1,251,000,000, and inserting 1,804,000. So he's increasing the funds by about 600 million. So everybody's parents, grandparents who are set to retire in the next 5-10 years will have funds to access. Now, as it was before this, Social Security was expected to run out of funds by, I believe, 2035 was the year.
Yep.
So for everybody, for Chuck Schumer, all the other Democratic pundits who are saying he striked Social Security or he deleted Social Security or any other foolish thing that they said, he's actually increasing the funds by about 600 million.
Oh, wow. I mean, shout out. Hey, shout out Key. So, yes. Man.
Right there in plain day for everybody to see. So, I mean, aside from that, I'm really trying to see what other
honestly that's
issues or
concerns I could possibly have about this, because it says right here in the bill that they're increasing it from 1.2 billion to 1.8 billion. So I'm really trying to see where y'all getting this whole hold on, or cutting it. I mean, to go from 1.2 to 1.8 billion is cutting. I mean, maybe I need to go back to school or something, like learn subtraction, what subtraction is. But hey, go ahead and make it a little bigger for y'all. Y'all can go. Let me just go ahead and slide through a slow motion for y'all. Slow motion, so y'all can understand that there is no cutting going on.
And as soon as we prove the fact that they're increasing the funding, people want to point and shift the goalposts to other things that they potentially cut. Probably just regurgitating points that they've heard from legacy media pundits, AOC, Schumer, but they haven't really broke down the bill for themselves. I mean, who else is doing this on YouTube?
I mean, let's be real. Nobody else. Extending acute hospital care at home waiver authority. Hold on now. And they've extended, so pretty much like a hospital care for your, your
elderly, your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa.
So they said that we were taking money away from these people, but really we're giving them money and extensions on their home care. Y'all people are sick, bro.
At a certain point when you reach a certain age or you have a certain affliction, you can't get to the hospital or get out as much as you'd like to. So now there's things in here to increase healthcare access. Like, bro, that's monumental.
All right, though, but hey,
they ain't gonna tell you shit like that, though. You got to go into the bill yourself and look at shit like that. They're just gonna tell you he cut this, he cut that. Yeah, I know, bro. I know,
but all right, bro. All right. Yeah, y'all delusional at a certain point.
All right, this is for now. Just go back to the video. There's nothing in here about that.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, let's go back to the video. Y'all got it.
But I'll tell you, look.
Since I think World War II, do I have that right? And is this kind of intended to put an end to that kind of thing on the part of the Houthis?
All right, so it's right here.
That's right, John. Multiple times U.S. warships came under ballistic missile attack in the Red Sea and off the coast of Yemen and the Gulf of Aden. And just for context, that has never happened in world history. Ballistic missiles have never been launched at U.S. warships before. Thankfully, they were all shot down, but that was always a concern in the Pentagon. What if those missiles gets through? It was notable in President Biden, in his farewell address, he talked about U.S. forces not being engaged in combat. And if you looked at the Navy press release when the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower strike group returned from the Red Sea, they talked about hundreds of bombs being dropped against the Houthis, dozens of surface-to-air missiles from those Super Hornets shooting down those crew drones that are flying overhead. There was also an issue of cost. these interceptor missiles launched from the guided missile destroyers and cruisers in the strike group, John, those missiles cost millions of dollars shooting down what were in essence, flying lawnmowers launched from the Houthis, very crude drones, just $50,000 or so in cost. And the fact that these shipping lanes, vital shipping lanes that are needed for commerce, for the oil trade, have been essentially shut down since the October 7th massacre. Commercial ships having to take that long journey around Africa, certainly adding to the cost. So certainly there's an economic message here with these strikes against the Houthis today. And by the way, John, these strikes could go on for a number of days. That's not immediately clear.
Right, because I read that one of the goals is to target their weapons storage facilities, which are reportedly deep underground. So they're going to be using those bunker busters and probably repeatedly to try to get to those warehouses that are essentially buried.
Right. And it's notable, John, those Super Hornets carry 2,000-pound JDAM satellite guided bombs. Those are not bunker busters. So if you needed those, you probably have to call in something heavier, some B-52 bombers, perhaps a B-2 bombers. We saw that one time during the Biden administration, B-2s launching from Whiten Air Force Base in Missouri. But certainly this is a powerful message being sent. You know, you also have Tomahawk cruise missiles aboard those guided missile destroyers in the Truman Strike Group. We didn't hear about any Tomahawk strikes today, but certainly there's more firepower in the area if called upon.
A powerful message being sent not only to the Houthis, but as you say, to Iran as well, Lucas.
There's no question, John. President Trump recently sent a letter to the Ayatollah saying Iran needs to end its nuclear enrichment program, stop in this path toward what many in the intelligence community say is a path to a nuclear bomb. The Israelis have been itching to strike the Iranians so far. While the Trump administration has voiced its support for such an operation, President Trump has said he wants to end this diplomatically. That's why he sent that letter, but it was rejected from the Ayatollah. But the Iranians support these Houthi rebels, and so there's no question this is a message being sent to Tehran as well in Sana'a in Yemen.
All right, Lucas Tomlinson at the White House. If you get more information on these attacks against the Houthis in Yemen, get back to us. Thanks, Lucas.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.
And all right, well, now that we got into how Trump is kind of making things pop off in the Middle East, let's get to some, debate. Now, we can take this one. We can take it with Charlie Kirk or Stephen A. Smith.
Let's go Stephen A. Smith, man.
All right, Stephen A.